Johnny had a job as a plumber? Johnny had a job?
No, he was an apprentice.
Apprentice to a plumber?
Yes, to a plumber, and the best one in town.
Oh.
And then one day, he was holding his hand too close to a ventilator and had his finger cut off.
Oh, dear.
Right here.
Oh, dear.
All of a sudden, he said, he looked at his finger, and there was only half a finger there.
Oh, my.
And of course it was dirty, that ventilator, and he didn't take care of it. He took the piece that had fallen off and wrapped it in a dirty handkerchief and went to the doctor by himself. And then he came home. It was all bandaged and everything. And that night he got an awful high fever. And he got blood poisoning in his hand.
Yes.
And oh, they had to cut his hand open, you know, all over it. And he was so sick for a long time. They took him to the hospital, and I thought, sure, I was going to lose my Johnny.
Oh, terrible.
It did something to Mother, too, I remember. But he got over it, and Mother used to knit him the gloves for the winter, and especially short one.
Oh, for that finger, yes.
So it would fit over that finger. Well, it wasn't much later. He got appendicitis.
Oh, my.
Almost died of that.
Yes.
After that blood poisoning.
Oh, my goodness.
So Mother had her troubles with him.
Yes.
But he got over that.
Yes.
And then he went to the Lord.
Yeah.
That was just
That was too bad. Now,
no more Johnny.
He gave Bible classes in the Army. You said that he gave Bible classes in the Army?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He was he was a lieutenant. Hi.
I have a gift for you, Lydia. It's your pills.
Okay. Johnny in his Bible class.
Yeah. He had a certain evening when he used to gather his boys that believed, you know,
Yes.
and gave them a Bible class.
Yes.
And he had a Christmas tree for them.
Oh.
And he said to Mother, I hate to tell you this, but it was such a beautiful little tree, and the boys enjoyed it so much, made them feel like home Christmas. And he says, then one of the fellows outside got drunk and came in, took the little tree and threw it out the window.
Oh, dear.
And all the fellows got mad, and Johnny had to calm them all down.
Oh, isn't that something?
So, but that was the end of the Christmas tree. Johnny hated to tell Mother about it, but he did.
Yeah.
He never told about how it really was.
Yes.
We never knew.
Yeah. Now he went into France, didn't he? You said he went into France.
He went
Into France.
France, yeah.
Yeah. And they took a castle, you said, didn't they?
Oh, in a castle. That was in some French city, you know, near some river. I've forgotten the name of the river.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, there was that castle. And those little egg
Yes.
holders
Yeah.
that you have,
Yes.
they came out of that castle.
Yes.
And it's really good china.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You saw it in my breaker there, in that chest, didn't
Yes.
you? In the glass?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You saw where I have them now, on display? I have them on display in the dining room.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
In that glass, you know, I have that
Yes.
breaker with the glass,
Yes.
and then I have them in there.
Oh, that's nice.
And I have some things from Maine in there, like the dish that has the strawberries
Oh.
painted on them.
Yes.
And the crystal that we used to put the celery and
Yes.
olives in,
Oh, that makes it
It's
interesting.
very pretty.
And
those
that's
things.
the way they should,
Yeah.
it should be done.
That's right.
And Mother in Maine did that.
Yes.
All her interesting pieces.
I love to go and
But-
look at
yes.
those, the things she had. Yeah.
The poor little thing. I was sitting up, and he was there at the end of the bed, by the foot of the bed.
Little Eric.
And Eric, yeah. And he said, "Can you hear me, Grammy?" I said, "Yes, I can hear you." And he shouted. I was going to hear him. And it was so cute the way he thanked me.
Oh, how
for
cute. Because he
everything.
really liked that book about the animals that
he
had
loved
the
it.
camouflage.
He loves it.
Yeah.
By what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was thrilled when he opened it up. He looked at the book and he said, "Oh, look," and he showed me the pictures
Yeah.
of the little animals that were hidden, in their native state. And so he told his mother, he said, "Come and see the animals in my book." He said, "You won't be able to see them."
Oh, how cute.
She didn't know what he was talking about.
Yes.
It's so cute. But then she said that when we had gone home, that she went into his room and he played that tape about
yes.
4 times in a row.
Is that right?
He really enjoyed it.
It's right.
So isn't that nice? Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
I told Mike, I said to Mike, I was a little sorry that the tape wasn't any better than it is. And he said, "Don't even mention that." He said, "It's perfectly all right,
Oh, yeah.
the way
He loved
is."
it. He loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put a little bit from an older tape on there
I know you made it over and it improved it.
so that there was both. There was one, the newer tape you were telling about how the boys used to push you in that
Oh,
sled
yes.
that was like a chair
Yes.
on the ice, and the
Yes.
snow. And then I had an older tape, and it was about when you were telling about when Uncle John came and picked you up and would take you for a ride in the sleigh, the horse and sleigh.
Oh, yes,
And-
Uncle John.
Yeah, and how you used to pull the fur up,
Oh,
and just your nose
my.
would stick out, and he'd say you look like a little rabbit. Or
Yes. Well, he made kid gloves,
Yes.
and they were all sewn by hand.
Oh my.
And all his employees were all people who could sew by hand.
Oh my.
And they were for offices,
Yes.
and higher office.
Yes.
And they even got as far as the king of Saxony.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Oh, that was wonderful.
And
Yeah.
he liked his job.
Yes.
And that's what my father learned.
Yes.
That was his trade,
Isn't that something?
making these kid gloves.
Yes.
And that's where the fur came from.
Oh.
See?
Oh, that's where you
They
got
were
the fur.
kid fur.
Oh, I see.
And some of the furs he kept for blankets
Oh, and lap robes.
in the sleigh.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, that was it. That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
so we went out
about.
in the snow, he had
Yes,
that.
yes,
So that gave you the warmth.
yes, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was happy to crawl under one of those furs.
I bet, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Mother said that she had a pair of gloves, I think, that Uncle John made for her,
Oh,
special.
yes.
She wore them to church only. She wouldn't even wear them anywhere else to a store or something. Ooh, they might get a spot on them,
Yeah.
Kid gloves were really something in
Oh
those
boy, I'll
days.
say, yeah.
Yes.